There's always an advantage and disadvantage while speaking in the last session. The advantage is that I'm very well prepared after hearing all the speakers. The disadvantage is that everyone is tired, whether they're going to listen to me or not, I don't know. And after being here for almost 7 hours of, coming into this room, I'm sure that I'll try to give you some inside information which will be worth listening to. First of all, I want to thank Mr. Matt Prince for inviting me to this session. In between, we had a networking. So what we were talking in networking is all about Matt. I think we should all give a big hand for Mr. Matt. He's the one who's bringing all of us together, and he's the one who is lobbying for all of us with the companies and everywhere. My tradition today is to stand before all of you and greet you. Namaste from India. This is our humility, this is our culture, which I follow everywhere. Namaste. And today, standing at the historic New York Stock Exchange, I carry the tradition from my hometown, Ambur, to the Wall Street. It's been a long journey for me from a small town in India to a global boardroom. Today, the chapters is written or just not a product, price, or speed. It's all about partnership and the purpose that we gather today. I have a small tagline: designed in America, engineered in India, won by the world. This is what we need to work on with the American companies and make a strong blueprint of collaboration between India and the makers. I have a doctor, neurophysician in Chennai, whose name is Deepak Arjundas. He always travels abroad to learn new medicines. And I asked the doctor, and he takes care of the patient until 1 o'clock in the midnight. He's a very popular doctor in Chennai. He goes all over the world. I asked him, why do you travel abroad? He says that knowledge, experience, and meeting the people is very, very important for your success in future. And that's what we all gathered here at the FDRA function, where we exchange our views and ideas and thoughts, and it gives updated knowledge, especially the last speaker which we spoke about, Mr. Patrick Pudi, was quite interesting. I was a little bit nervous about things, but I'm settled because I had a gap in between. So, my name is Aqeel Panaruna. So, I started my business in 1984. I first boarded my flight to Chicago on a German Airlines Lufthansa. Since then, I'm very loyal to this airlines, of course, code sharing with United Airlines. The journey marked the beginning of my lifelong connection with FDRA for almost 20 years now. Many people have spoken about the COVID, but I can tell you, in India, did not freeze at the time. Atmanirbhar Bharat is the meaning that make in India. We spent $17 billion in production-linked incentive, and for everything domestic or export industry, the government supported electronic, pharmaceutical, and of course, the footwear. War, tariff, we talk about, and medical emergency like COVID we had, but we evolved. At Florence, for example, my company, which was focusing basically on the leather footwear. Now today, our 40% of the production is on the athletic footwear and non-leather. So now this year we started with apparels. So we moved from the leather to non-leather footwear, athletics, then we went into the apparels. We have started this April, a company with making shirts and trousers. So we have diversified. The reason of diversification is a lesson learned in the COVID. And we're also very proud to say that Hong Fu Industrial Group of Taiwan, we started helping them. I'm a minority stakeholder and a director of a company. The reason I'm bringing Hong Fu here is the belief in India. And I can tell you that today, within 2 months of application, we got the approval to start the factory to manufacture. And this company has been awarded to a French company called Artilia. They are in over 70 countries. This is the new India. This is the new opportunities that you get in India with a collaboration. This company will be there and will create about 20,000 jobs. By January, we will have a factory ready to produce approximately 25 million pair over a period of 3 to 4 years' time. I believe in this industry. I believe in cross-border trust, and I believe the best is yet to come. I don't think anything which will affect tariff will affect. I don't want to discuss about tariff, but I have a belief that we have sustained war, we have sustained pandemic, we have sustained many things, and still, the future is bright. Last year, our country celebrated 75 years of independence, and our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who have redefined India today, is not the same India what you would have seen before. India has changed completely in terms of trade, technology, and trust. One thing I can tell you, the Crocs case which was going on, I don't know whether you heard, it was there for 10 years. The High Court in Delhi has ordered to raid all those factories and get the back, to destroy those kind of shoes and make sure that they don't produce. It's just a copy of the Crocs. I think you will see that in Delhi. Another brand also. This is the protection what India is giving to the country. Let me give you a glimpse of what India is about. Second largest consumer market by 2030, currently the fourth. 29% raise in foreign direct investment April to December. Third largest economy with GDP for 4.27 trillion. And fastest growing economy as per the IMF projection, 6.2% growth in the 2025 and 2026. And third largest recipient of the Greenfield project. Foreign trade policy offers a 5-year roadmap for exports and ease of doing business. As per the GST Act we brought, one nation, one tax to aim to simplify the whole thing. And can you imagine 1.4 billion population and making a changes in that country, how complicated it will be. And this I wanted to thank our Prime Minister, who can make impossible to possible. And this is why we have a great future. The corporate tax today is only 15% for new manufacturing unit. And besides, you have 100% investment is allowed. Some of them were asking about the imports. We have a scheme called EPCG and we have a scheme called IGCR. Today, if any country want to shift the manufacturing to India, all it is, the manufacturing is possible of the labor and machines are available, technology is available, and process is available. The most important is the raw materials which need to be developed. It takes time. But no worries in India because you have 3 schemes. A scheme where everything can be imported free and then re-exported. There won't be any duty for that, except of course the sea freight or air freight. You have to do it. But today I wanted to say in a glance, what is footwear sector, which is relevant to FDRA discussion here. Footwear is about 4.42 million jobs that we have created and 5.7 billion of exports that we do today. And 19 billion is the domestic turnover we have. India is a consumer market with 1.4 billion people. The world needs India to sell. So India is always open for the market and for the foreign brands to come and sell. And similarly, India produces 13% of the global footwear. Though our export is, only 3%, but there is a huge opportunity in terms of domestic sales. There is a huge demand for automobiles. There is a huge demand for footwear. There is a huge demand for everything. One important thing which I wanted to say is, in India, for example, I was coming from Bangalore, and the taxi fellow says that I don't have a change to give you. He is giving me a QR code and I have to pay. This is called UPI, Unified Payment Interface. Today, India is a cashless economy. I can tell you that. So we don't have to carry any cash. Even a parking lot, when you go on a shopping mall or anywhere, they don't take money now. They just say QR code and just we pay. Can you imagine how much is there? This unified systems is processed 18.68 billion transactions worth 294 billion is the thing. That's 602 million real-time, zero-cost payment per day. There's no cost for that. and 500 million users are there every day on a system called Unified Payment Interface. UPI is not more than the payment. It's a platform to supply chain, trust, ethical wage, disbursement, and financial inclusion. If you remember, during the COVID time, we had difficulty in paying the workers, for example. How do we make the banks were closed? Everything was closed. When this government came into power, Narendra Modi ji, Prime Minister, he started digital payment system over that period of time. And I did also mention this several meetings and thanking the government. So we were sitting at home and we were able to pay the people that was due to them and advancing the money to the workers, and it was there in their bank account. This was never dreamed, it was never dreamed before in India. Now it's possible. On the snapshot, what I'm saying is that between what is the trade between India and the US? If you see the trade deficit, Matt will endorse my view, is the smallest one, which is 45 billion when you compare to all other countries. And I'm confident that India will be the most favored country to source footwear. And also, of course, the Section 301 tariff, which is talking about India remains a willing partner in ethical, labor, digital, openness, and mutual prosperity. These are the advantage of working with India. And like I said, fintech brilliance, which is called trust, speed, and transparency. We have manufacturing skill and creative energy from the Bollywood to bespoke. Young consumer, tech savvy, and brand conscious. If you see today, all the shopping malls in Bangalore and Mumbai and New Delhi, it's full of sellers. India is the young population. If you see some of the countries, I don't want to mention, that the country is offering the people to come and stay in that country, and they'll give you 5,000 euro to stay in that country. But India is not like that. 70% is the young population we have. So you can imagine how much of opportunity we all have. And what do I offer you with all this? I'm 62-year-old, still curious, still committed, and we believe that sourcing is not just about cost, but about culture, character, and quality. Let's co-create, co-invest, co-innovate, and most importantly, co-win. India believes, my Prime Minister believes, our country believes, the world is one family. This is what we are advocating anywhere we go. There is no difference between different countries, different culture. We think we are there. You know, in India, we have 22 languages, dozens of faith, and hundreds of festivals. And you can imagine how much of opportunity we have there. And still, diversity not as a challenge, but this is our greatest strength of our country. And we have the great opportunity to be together. And one simple message that I want to give to all is come to India. We are here to partner, to collaborate, and to serve. And we will make sure that whatever the business is required by the American brands, we are there to manufacture for you. And again, I say in the Indian culture way, Jai Hind, and thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.